Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. This project was prepared by Brouar Rasool Sharif. Episode 5. We Arrive at the Island. Section 1. How my adventure on shore began. The island looked very different when I came on deck the next morning. We had made good time in the night, and the ship was lying approximately half a mile to the southeast of the island. Grey-coloured woods covered a large part of the surface, and rocky hills pushed up high above these trees. The Spyglass was the tallest hill on the island by more than 300 or 400 feet, and it had a large, flat top. I did not like the look of Treasure Island. With some difficulty, we brought the ship into a safe but narrow passage of water between Treasure Island and the nearby Skeleton Island, and we dropped the anchor. The trees came down to the shore, and there was a swamp with 2 little freshwater rivers running out into it. The air smelt of dead, wet leaves. As soon as we arrived at the island, most of the crew lay around on the deck grumbling together. Orders were followed slowly and carelessly, and mutiny, it was clear, was hanging over us like a big black cloud. We decided to have a meeting in the cabin. "Sir," said the captain, "things are becoming very difficult, and there's only one man who can help us." "And who is that?" asked the squire. "Silver, sir," replied the captain. "He's as worried as us, and he's trying to hide what's happening. As soon as he can, he'll talk to his men and tell them to work hard and keep quiet. Let's give the men an afternoon on the island. Provided that most of them go ashore with Silver, you'll see, he'll bring them back as quietly as sheep." And so it was decided. The squire, the doctor, the captain, myself, 3 other good men, and about a third of the crew were going to stay on board the Hispaniola. Meanwhile, the other 13 men, including Silver, excitedly started to climb into the small boats. It was then that I had the first of the mad ideas that helped so much to save our lives. With so few men on board, I was not needed on the ship. In a second, I had climbed over the side and quietly dropped down into the bottom of the nearest boat. I thought no one had seen me. However, Silver, who was in the other boat, called out to know if it was me. I said that it was, and I wondered whether perhaps I should have stayed on board the ship. When our boat reached the beach, I jumped out and ran into the trees. Not long after that, I heard Long John Silver shouting after me, "Jim, Jim." But I did not stop. I ran and ran until I could run no more.